Hello everyone, Steve's here coming to you from the Nutrition and Health Center where we provide hope for healing and healthy solutions for abundant living. I'm here to talk to you today about specific vitamin that is available for free. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a minute, but before we get into that beneficial vitamin that actually can help reverse flu effects and prevent the flu as it activates the antiviral activity within your body for your white blood cells to kill and destroy viruses. So before we go there, let's talk about the 5 basic principles as we get started. We should always focus on these: adequate hydration with water, and knowing your hydration index. There's ways to calculate that and evaluate that through various studies. Testing that we do for you in office. Secondly is adequate food, the right amounts, but also the right sources, and we go into more detail with that based on individual needs and biochemistry. How well you're moving, and if you're moving enough or too little, and are you resting enough? Also an important component for abundant health. We are called to have our rest time and refreshing. And then an interesting category that doesn't appear to be something, was a mystery for most of us, but it is the need for adequate supplementation. I remember when we got into this business years ago, you would find 1 in 10 doctors that felt that they should take supplementations or recommend them to their patients. And that is actually flipped now. There's 9 out of every 10 doctors recommend some type of multi-supplement at least, So supplementation in order to fill in the gaps for what your body chemistry is needing, specifically vitamin D. So it's vitamin D, it's our free vitamin. We charge for it at the clinic or at the Nutrition and Health Center, but we don't have to worry about that if we're getting adequate sunlight and our body's fat metabolism is in good working order. We're consuming fats to produce cholesterol in our skin so that the ultraviolet light can convert that cholesterol to vitamin D. And important to test yourself in the summertime versus the wintertime because of the change in the synthesis of the cholesterol conversion. You'll see big shifts in cholesterol. Summer will be much less than in the winter. As average, what I've seen through the years of evaluating clients is a 50 points difference. That's how dramatic you'll see. And then also looking at the vitamin D status will be much less in the wintertime versus the summertime because you're converting the cholesterol. So how it has its benefits is it's upregulating the antiviral effect of your lymphocytes, your natural killer cells. Whites are always more deficient than as of most groups. Blacks appear to be more, African Americans, more deficient due to dark pigmentation. Obviously, it's harder to synthesize vitamin D. Most vitamin D comes from the sun. We can make up to 20,000 units in an hour at summer, say a July time of the year. Excuse me. So we can make a lot. We should take a lot. 10,000 units twice a day is a good dose, and I would recommend getting tested. About every 6 months is ideal again to find out, but optimal levels above 50. And then when I went to a immune symposium just a few years back, one of the researchers found that his cancer patients, of these patients that had vitamin D status greater than 80, he no longer saw that they had cancer anymore. So you may want to look into the information that's out there on the 16 different studies or 16 different types of cancer that are in fact common. Their common denominator is that they are vitamin D deficient. So we do want to have vitamin D for a lot of reasons to help prevent numerous problems that we could experience in the human life, but I know God has a good plan for you. He promises that, plan to prosper us and not to harm us, for hope in the future. So the harm that comes upon us is usually self-inflicted or by some other form of man that's fallen, but God loves us and wants us to see abundant health, and I pray that you prosper and be in health. Thanks for watching. We'll come to you again soon. Bye now.